If you know, you know. And if you know this is your 1,000th time being correct this year alone, then you should consider preaching than reporting. So this is what the AKHi doing. So Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz pay-per-view numbers came out and they sold 275,000, which proves that it was a success compared to the rumors that were out, which I already debunked. So I'm gonna leave the link for that video in the description box below. Check it out. I talked about Deontay Wilder being the face of the sport, not Canelo Alvarez. And obviously, the Canelo fans and the Deontay Wilder haters, they didn't like what I was saying. But like I said time and time again, I support my opinion with facts. Y'all support y'all opinion with emotion. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Now, ironically enough, as soon as I dropped that video, the reports of the real numbers came out, which was 275,000 on pay-per-view. Which is crazy because that's a lot of money. He generated 26 million if you count the ticket sales and the pay-per-view buys, proving that he is the face of the sport. When Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, they sold 325,000. All of that was off the face of Deontay Wilder. Now in the UK, Deontay Wilder versus Fury sold 700,000 on pay-per-view, which is a great number. However, you got to keep in mind it's a different market. Pay-per-views in the UK cost $20 compared to the States where they cost us $80 over here. That's why the US, you create more revenue because they charge us more. But regardless of any of that, every person that knows AJ and Tyson Fury in the UK also know the name Deontay Wilder because he is the baddest man on the planet. He the face of boxing and he represent the sport how a real champion should be, not vacating any belt, not ducking anybody, and looking for all the smoke. Matter of fact, he is the smoke. So that being said, finally, we don't have to hear any more of Tyson Fury claiming he the biggest star. Nobody knows Deontay Wilder. He's a dosser and all the above. Because statistics prove Deontay Wilder is the face of the sport. ESPN rates him as the most popular boxer in the world, above Tyson Fury, above Canelo. Keep in mind, Tyson Fury fights for ESPN, not Deontay Wilder. And unlike Tyson Fury, who was doing pretty good for a little bit, fighting Deontay Wilder, the baddest man on the planet, which he got a lot of props for that. Then out of nowhere, he ruined the recipe and decided to go around cherry picking, avoiding Deontay Wilder, not fighting the best, and having circuit shows, which end up backfiring because his brand didn't grow at all. Matter of fact, he probably even hurt his brand because he used the Deontay Wilder promotion getting up from the knockdown throughout him cherry picking, where he almost lost to a cherry. No disrespect to Wilder because he's a great fighter, but y'all gotta get the humor. So that being said, Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, he fought his mandatory, Brazil, washed him, then fought Ortiz, the boogeyman of the division, twice, proving that he's the quality of a champion, that he represent the definition of a world champion. And he wants to be the one face, the one name of the sport and unify the division and become undisputed, which he on the way of doing so because he fighting Tyson Fury come February 22nd, I believe. I'm not sure on the date exactly. And after that, if he is successful, he's already called out Andrew Ruiz, and that fight is not hard to make because unlike AJ, Ruiz is willing to fight Wilder. Ruiz is signed with AKHi, and that fight will easily get made, and that's a mega fight. So Deontay Wilder's future look brighter than ever. So him betting on himself, not falling for the Dazn trap because it's guaranteed money, which is good. However, if you are growing and your popularity is growing, you can't bring in more revenue like you do on pay-per-view, which Deontay Wilder is capable of doing so, and he showed that he doing great numbers versus Ortiz, a guy that he already beat. And people claim Ortiz is old, right? But nobody wants to fight him. And if he really that old, how come all these people tuned in? How come these same people didn't tune in when Tyson Fury fought? The guy who brags about being popular. Deontay Wilder doesn't even want the fame. He stated that on more than one occasion. But either you have the it factor or you don't. When Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya, he became a superstar. When Sugar Shane Mosley moved up 2 weight divisions and beat a prime Oscar De La Hoya, he didn't become a superstar. So not everybody could become a superstar. You gotta have that it factor. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez got the looks, but he messed up the recipe as well by cherry picking. That's not in Deontay Wilder's nature. Matter of fact, it's the opposite. Deontay Wilder likes to challenge himself when he doesn't even have to. Wilder has the looks, to the hooks, to the persona, to becoming a superstar. He just has the it factor. He don't even want to be famous, but he just is. So people are just special like that. Some people are chosen, and Deontay Wilder is definitely special. So that being said, people can relate to Deontay Wilder, the fact that he's real and that he wants to fight the best, and that's what every fan dream of. They complain about Floyd Mayweather being too technical. Now that Wilder is not as technical, but he delivers the knockout every time, they still hate on the brother. So it gotta be a different reason. And by this point, I think a 5th grader could figure that out. So that being said, Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz rematch was a success. And it was a risky fight for Deontay Wilder. However, like I said, sometimes if you gamble on yourself, it pays off. And Deontay Wilder, he doesn't believe it's gambling. He believed that much in himself. And maybe he should donate some of that confidence to some of these heavyweights that lacks it. So that being said, this report proved everything I talked about in my last video. So I'm not going to repeat none of that. But shout out to DBN. Shout out to Dante for giving me the opportunity to post on his platform. Shout out to New Media. And shout out to Lunatune for the funniest boxing memes. He too part of the New Media movement. So check my man and follow his Instagram in the description box below. And to be continued on the next episode of AKHi TV. And don't forget Split Decision. We going live after the Ruiz versus Joshua fight, and y'all could call in. So to be continued on the next episode of AKHi TV. Peace.